So is this episode?
After
This is available? Is this episode 3?
an intense morning of hard exercise and the log training.
This is it. Oh boy. Let me see if I have time for this. I think I do. Is this the last episode of the series? Does anybody know? Oh, it is. Thank you, Rebecca. Yo, let's do it. Let's do the whole thing. Yeah!
We gathered at the training grounds again to learn the basic skills needed for combat assault.
We got disarmed guns, which was terrifying in itself, I'd say, carrying a gun. The instructor showed us all these different types of crawling techniques. Then we got to the assault course.
지금부터 포복스 숙달 훈련 실시하겠습니다. 돌격 자세 잡아. 지금 여러분들 앞에 적이 나타났다 생각하면 바로 돌격할 수 있는 자세로 잡습니다. 다리 더 벌립니다. 대시방향 적출해. 대시방향 적출해. 하나, 둘, 하나.
And start crawling, all these different techniques. And you know what? The back crawl, it was the first time where I was confident enough in my ability. I was like, you know what? I can do this, and I can do it well.
Yes.
Oh, I'm out of line.
The boys, obviously, they're 19, 20 years old. I'm 36. Boy, do I feel my age. Relentless, every single part of my body hurts. But you want to finish together. So if they're going to crawl on the floor, I want to crawl on the floor. But their recovery is a lot quicker than mine. So in the moment, they feel it, but then afterwards, they're totally fine, whereas I'm hobbling away at the end. Yeah. But I think for our age, we've done quite well.
Yeah, you've done better than I am. The log training, just about broke
Yeah, I gotta say, props to the headmaster for doing this with him.
my back to the point where they had to pull me out from the next training.
It's been such long days. I have so much respect for all the kids. They're 20-year-olds, but they look so young. All these Koreans, they all have to do the service. And they're doing it for such long periods. Like, this is 2 days.
2 days.
It's really given me a lot of respect to anyone that's done a military service. And even though there were some that were less physically fit, they would just do it. Yep. No one stopped or abandoned, so it was really impressive. It was really insightful.
With my broken figure, it's been a struggle, I can't lie. All the mates back there, they'll tell you, like, they'll say it's tough, but I wanted to do the stuff because I felt bad for you lot. The stuff like the log, you lot could say you've achieved it, I can't really say that.
Is that why you went for it?
Yeah, you just got to give 100%.
Yep.
Even if it means you sort of making mistakes along the way. Ah! Jesus.
That was so hard and it was so tiring. And bear in mind that the floor is like dusty, it's got rocks, it's got pebbles. You have to lie down on it on your front, crawl, you have to roll over. It was tough, it was so tough.
90 minutes later.
So.
자, 11번 열 탄도 기준. 소부 간격 좌우로 나란히.
It's tough, boys. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough, man.
You know what? I'm enjoying this one.
Am I enjoying it?
No, I'm enjoying this one.
You're enjoying it?
Yeah.
You psychopath.
This one's quite fun.
You psychopath. I'm not enjoying it. This is the worst one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The log was the worst one.
And then the worst bit of all of it was that everything we learned in the training, you have to do it in a real obstacle course.
Now, I don't know if this is the case in Korea or now. I have no idea. But in my recruit training, this person here was, well, let me back up. We would have 4 columns, okay? And each of these columns is a squad. Now, I know you see 5 here, but this is a squad. And that would be about 22 people. Or, yeah, 20 to 22 people. And that was a squad. And then you had, like, third squad, 20, 22 people. Second squad, and then first squad. So those 4 squads would make up the platoon. The person that is in the front of each of those squads is the squad leader. They are in charge of, well, they are held accountable for, and they are responsible for everybody in their squad. This person that is not only holding their gun, but the flag for the platoon is the guide. They are responsible for everybody. Also a recruit. So you have the guide, who will work with their 4 squad leaders, who are then accountable for the whole group. Okay? And that leadership begins really, really early, because you can go deeper with this. If I have a squad of 20 guys and I'm a squad leader, yeah, I can be responsible for all 20 of these people, but I can also create a couple teams, smaller units within this squad, and say, okay, you 3 are going to be A, you 3 are going to be B, and then C and D, and then I assign a leader to each one of those units. You see what I'm saying? So you just begin to delegate that leadership down so that it's very, very organized. The guide only has to deal with the 4 squad leaders. The squad leader will only have to deal with the team leaders. Make sense?
Oh my God, what is this? What's that, buddy? Oh no, I take it back. There's a massive puddle. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God. I'm keeping the line.
Oh, Jesus.
지금부터 각계 전투 훈련 절차 지도 공격으로 가겠습니다. 군대 배치부터. 배치부터 나가자, 싸우자, 이기자, 필승, 해군, 업!
This assault course is designed to simulate approaching the enemy's position using the combat skills the boys learned. They'll face barbed wire obstacles, muddy and rocky trails, and the sound of heavy gunfire to prepare them for real war combat. Most importantly, they must move and finish together with their squad.
We jump into like a trench to start. We're doing like an assault course, like on the floor crawling.
It's really, really intense. Like, there's flipping actual, like, smoke grenades going off through the sound of, like, gunfire going on. Flipping heck. That gun is so loud.
I was terrified. I was like, one of these guns are active. You can see, I like jolting. And I kept jolting. It was so scary.
It's gone from, like, a long time, oh my gosh, a long time, a lot of repetition, to, oh, this is why they did so much repetition on the training in a real situation. Like, you really need to have that muscle memory trained in. This is suddenly very, very real.
Bobby's got a flipping broken finger that is still going. Proud of him, he's doing really well.
Do this. Push it, push it. Yes, Bobby. Machine. Absolute machine. Come on. Good start, good start. Let's keep it coming, boys.
Each thing I kind of like just knew what to do. Like when you roll over, that's something we learned over there. Or even just like the crawls, the different types, or how to hold the gun was really useful.
It really hurt. It really hurt. So they gave us some elbow and knee pads, which I wore, which didn't seem to do anything whatsoever. And you felt every single stone, every single rock.
You're doing great. Keep going.
So this drill right here, do you think this is for like mental training, physical training, or does this potentially have a real life application? Thoughts? Well, I have some piddle chocolate. Everything is the right answer. Yep. Absolutely has practical application. Yep. Every little bit of it. Water, mud, debris, noise, accountability for other people that you're dealing with. Yep. So why are they using hand signals if they can just yell to each other? What do you think the purpose is of that? They could just yell. Exactly. You can't always yell in the field. Sometimes you can't hear anything because there's too much noise, and all you have is sight. I'll say, whatever. Sometimes you can't make noise. You might be too close. So you have to use the hand signals or arm signals to try to convey a message.
The barbed wire was next level hard. It was like ridiculous. Terrifying. It was terrifying. Yeah. Terrifying. And also barbed wire, but not only you're in barbed wire, you're submerged underwater. At that moment, I felt like a real soldier. It was real. But also, it was the most scary, I'd say. Definitely. It felt real.
Ooh.
Okay, Harvey's made it out. Aman's made it out. They're halfway now. They're halfway through. The boys are as tired as I've ever seen them.
To the end, boys, 100%, come on.
Final tackle, boys, final tackle.
Hey, boys, Jay, still working, all right? Come on. Hey, work hard, all right? You got this, come on. I believe in you, come on.
Oh, I didn't realise about the last one. Hell. King hell. Ooh. Do you know who impressed me the most? The Natty was so far ahead. And I was like, I can't believe it. I think he just didn't feel the rocks, I guess. Clearly, he smashed it.
Crushing
I think I smashed it as well, but he was amazing, yeah.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Yeah.
He's got this.
We got it. Come on.
Come on, pull.
Come on. We got it. Here we go. Let's go.
Oh, look at that puddle, man.
How do we do this?
It's the same.
Here's one for you. So the weapons that they're using look like they're old M16A1s. These are like the old assault rifles that were used in like Vietnam times. The first model of the M16. And as you can see, like they're inert guns. They are most likely heavy rubber. Some of that is metal, but they are essentially identical to a real M16, but mostly for weight and having to account for the weapon. So, as I think Red had said, Red, it's nice to see you, buddy. Been a while. The muzzle control is a nightmare, but it's also not really the point right now. They'll get more weapon training on how to safely use them. But here is a detail for you. When we talk about some of the psychological games that are played games, and I say everything has a purpose, some of that is really down to the details. And even within the madness and chaos that might be thrown at you, I need you to pay attention to the details because details can kill. So I need you to pay attention. Perfect example. If we end up in a situation where a bunch of us are crawling on the ground through debris, around debris, and we've got guns, and I move this gun down and I start shuffling, and because of the situation, I don't have the luxury of muzzle control, the details tell me, 1, that weapon is on safe. Safety on. 2, my friggin' finger is nowhere near the trigger. These are the details that even outside of the chaos, you have to be aware of. Every little thing matters.
Oh no, this is backwards.
This is backwards. Now we what? You stay on the left.
It's all muddy. Like when I say muddy, it's muddy. Mud water's going down my combat thing, in my trousers, my underpants, my shoes, my socks. Imagine I'm basically swimming in like wet mud. Every time I'm crawling, I'm just getting muddier and muddier. And the more I go forward, it's just getting dirtier and dirtier, basically. That was the one I hated the most, because when I finished that, like, I couldn't move because of how wet I was.
You don't really realise how much the repetition really helps, but when you're just doing it over and over again, you might think, oh, this is hell. Why do I have to keep doing it? But then when you're in situations like that, it just kicks in just like that, and you know exactly what to do. You can do it at a faster pace.
This is the beauty of building muscle memory. If your body will do something when you need it to, particularly under duress, if you are stressed out beyond function, generally speaking, your muscle memory and your nerve memory will take over, and that will give you space to think about what you actually should be doing. Right? If all of your thought and processing is going to, what's that sound? Which direction did that come from? Where do I need to go? Where's my hell no. That shit needs to be like ingrained in you. You hear a loud noise, you get behind something that'll protect you. Where's my people? Okay, we good? Are we up? We accounted for? All right, where are we going? Everybody good? Let's move. That's memory. That's training. That is over and over again, boom, and you react. Because the little bit of thought processing that you have left over when you are at that level of stress, I need that little bit of thought processing to go into the little details that are going to keep us safe.
Oh, jeez. Try it. The stuff I do, honestly.
I think this exercise especially, and then the last exercise where we were training, made me have a new respect for everyone who does military service. Definitely, like all the people our age going through these 20 months of service, like whole new respect, because we can barely stand one day. I mean, and we're trying our best. I mean, we are giving it our all.
Push, push, push. I've got to push, otherwise I'm dead.
Well done.
Come on, you're free, you're free, you're free. Always smiling. Never break my smile. Never break my smile. Oh, these rocks.
Well done.
You think this is pretty hard, right? And it is. It's absolutely difficult. But imagine doing this with all your ammo, your vest with your magazines, you have a pack, an Alice pack or a Vector pack or whatever you have on, plus your gear for living out in the field for X number of time. And you still have to move miles or kilometers or whatever. Lot going on, lot to be responsible for. And not just you, but your unit, your team, your cell.
What do you I'm dead.
Push it, push it. Well done.
And after all that, get up and now the fight begins. Isn't that the irony of it?
Oh, sorry.
You're going up to step.
All right, cool.
앞에 있는 대장길 따라서 대장할 건데 대장할 때는 가볍게 뛰어주면서 각계 전투 외칩니다. 알겠습니까? 앞으로 가.
My mess. You don't deserve to do that. You take some. You've done my finger twice. I looked after her. Thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just had to get my finger restrained.
Bobby was a great motivator throughout the whole thing.
Bobby with a broken finger as well. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
You stepped up.
Natty was great. Natty was top tier.
That was quality.
I don't know what kicked in, but like just something happened.
Yeah.
Well, boys, you've all have worked hard today. You deserve a rest. Have a shower. Have some nice food and
Have a
sleep.
rest. Have you been to this place?
Ooh, that looks nice. I like that.
Great food.
Have some of that. Oh, wow.
Hats off, boy.
I don't mind hats off.
What the hell is
How off, Bobby?
Have a go on that. That's like a yazoo. That's better than a yazoo.
What is it, bro?
What I feel bad for.
Oh, it's ready.
How did you not find it today, then?
Very calm.
I really enjoyed that thing at the end, though, what we done. But, yeah, I really enjoyed that. Because it was the only one I could do.
I think we all did so well today.
I think we smashed it.
There were so many times I thought I was going to give up. Especially that log.
You have stayed in the Navy if there was no food.
And I would not have stayed in there. I don't think I'm built for the Navy. The fact that you lot are doing it is actually so much respect. Like, I'm finding it hard and challenging. Like, I'm missing my family and my friends. And you can't contact your family till the weekend and you only have 2 hours. I think that's ridiculous. And the fact that you do that is like, you got to respect it.
I don't know how we're going to thank the guys, but they've been legends.
They've been legends. They've been such legends.
And so cool.
We'll thank them tomorrow, boys. We'll thank them tomorrow.
All right. Let's go. Have something there.
Is that Jason's dead? This one? Jason? Yeah, this one. Because I used his. This is Jason? Jason. Jason. Here, you want this side?
Now, I'm sure they're going to get to something that's happening in this scene as far as there'll be some little goofy thing that happens or whatever. But you notice the different vibe in the barracks right now versus in the very beginning, okay? This is normal. As weeks progress, like I said, you kind of earn more rights and privileges as you go through the seniority of the training. It's part of it. But even though that's part of it, and things will start to become a little bit more relaxed when they should be, as soon as it becomes comfortable, that's when it turns upside down. That's when the drill instructors say, all right, it's week 6, day 2. It's time to remind them that this is not a game. And I'll give you an example. This may not be accurate to this, but here's an example. The guys, the recruits will have a good night. Everything's good. Drill instructors will come in and say, all right, inspection. Everybody gets in their positions, position of attention. They start to go through the inspection. Something will trigger one of those drill instructors. and they will turn this entire place upside down. They will throw the beds, they will throw mattresses, they will dump water on everything, they will toss the table, they will break stuff. They will break specifically predetermined items. Now, you don't know that, but they will smash stuff. And you will think that you all messed up bad. The energy changes. And once again, it reminds you that you have to adapt. You got to figure this out. Drive on. Keep going.
Were you reached Korean? Last time we came to Korea, they called us out.
It isn't your first time to be in Korea.
Second
time. Second time and...
Yeah, but I can't speak, I can just read that. Oh, I mean, they can understand English, they can. Can you read this? Nams and... Yeah, right.
I think you can understand how like it grows. It doesn't like grow onto you, but how like you easily like get used to it.
Yeah, 100%.
Living like with 20 other guys and like doing everything with them and stuff. That lifestyle, I think you can get used to. The first thing, tough.
But we're forgetting, if we did this in London, imagine we did this like with other English boys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're very good at speaking.
Yeah,
you are. You're very good at a leader.
Do you want any moisturizer or you're right?
I'm good.
God, it's a good thing I didn't have moisturizer in boot camp. I would have been eating that too. I ate toothpaste, I drank mouthwash. I was starving. Moisturizer? Is that vanilla? Give it to me. Oh, Victoria's Secret is delicious. Yep, guilty.
I'm so dry right now.
To be fair, yeah, but...
Especially after crawling in that water.
Do you think that was the worst?
Huh?
I think pool water is worse.
What?
Worse?
Yeah.
Did you say pool water worse than muddy water?
To dry your skin, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Arlan, is it your first time to be in Korea?
Me, it's my third time.
Third time? Oh.
Yeah.
Are you the principal of some high school? Or was you the principal of a high school?
Yeah. It's me.
I think I've seen you.
Yeah, we've just shaved our hair, that's why.
Your hair was a bit longer than this.
Yeah.
Now I see.
Yeah, it's me. I look different.
You were famous in Korea. You're really famous.
Really?
Yeah. If your hair was long, many people would have noticed you.
Really?
Really.
I like that short hair.
It's really convenient.
Yeah, it's convenient.
How old are you?
20.
We really got a chance to know the other trainees, and I think we really connected with them. And we all started having a laugh together, or having a...
You see this little fella right here? That's Roscoe. I'm the little stocky bastard that's just kind of hovering around, keeping an eye on everybody. Smaller than everybody, but I'm a tree stump. Don't get in my way. Totally, that's me. Everybody else is this big strapping lad, a bunch of chads walking around with their jaws and chins. And for every one giant man step that they take, my little Fred Flintstone legs are going... Yep. If they hiked 5 miles, I was hiking 7.5. Easy. Tree trunks of justice. That's right.
Joe, what did you think when you were?
16.
16? Oh, good though, 16. It was a good chance to get to know them, and what we found out was they're all really nice guys. They're really nice, kind-hearted boys. Go long.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
You're doing really well.
See, you can kind of see, for those of you that haven't watched this yet, you can kind of see why military camaraderie, at least a piece of it, you can see why it's so strong. You can see why if I'm in a public place and I see somebody wearing a Marine Corps hat, or really any armed forces, I'll probably stop and be like, excuse me, thank you for your service. And I shake their hand. They don't need to know that I also had service. Not the point. But like there's a brotherhood there. There's a familiarity there. It's someone that has said, I'm going to sacrifice this and this for something that's bigger than myself. I mean, and it really kind of all begins right here for a lot of us.
다른 훈련병들은 청소 시간에 청소하고 있는데 나머지 훈련병들은 이야기하고 떠들고 웃고 놀고 있고 이치에 맞습니까?
Do you catch this? Here, let me explain. Yep. I called it. I said they're going to turn it up. It's time. You're too comfortable. That wasn't even the right button.
내가 청소가 끝났으면 다른 훈련병 도와서 같이 할 수 있도록 해야지. 지금 바닥에 물기부터 해서 무슨 자신감으로 훈련병들이 지금 청소가 다 됐다고 웃고 노는지 모르겠지만은 나중에 지켜보겠습니다. 알겠습니까? 상태 불량.
He just said, I don't know where this confidence comes from. I was waiting for him to say, I haven't given you your confidence yet. You haven't earned that yet. That's what I was expecting. That's crazy. Voice is too small.
실시.
And yeah, I will agree with you, Linda and Cookie. Like the firefighters, first responders, police, nurses, and doctors, 100%, I feel the exact same way. I'm talking to military now because that's my experience and that's what we're watching. But that level of respect from me, for example, goes the exact same way. And I feel the same way about teachers. And you can throw a whole bunch of roles on there. People that are doing things for the greater good.
I wish we could talk in the night. That laughter was too much funny. I wish we could talk in the night. But we start freezing, but we get in trouble, you know.
We're making so many chingers.
Oh yeah.
So we give you a fist bump.
You know the guy with the blue armor?
Actually,
he's the G, bro.
Captain.
Yeah.
The G,
the guy with the blue armor. Well, he's a leader of the platoon. He's a leader. Yeah, for the challenge. Yeah,
I know
he is to scream every time. He's up to us.
Man, that's crazy. So they're talking about the dude with the blue armband, saying he's a G, he's the captain, he's the one that's running the platoon, right? I'm assuming they're talking about the guide that I talked about earlier, I think. He's the one that's he's a recruit, but he's kind of responsible for everybody, like squad leaders and everybody, I think. They just said he's always screaming he's lost his voice. Ludi? Okay. What's funny about that, and the reason that I had to stop on that comment was because we had a guide in my platoon in boot camp that was always screaming, and he lost his voice so much that he sounded like this. He sounded like one of the drill instructors. Every time he was yelling, you couldn't tell if it was him or a drill instructor. So if he was yelling, we'd go, huh, and we'd, huh, there's a drill instructor nearby. No, it was just him. Just Karcher running around trying to be a leader. But that's exactly what happened. Lost his damn voice and sounded like a drill instructor.
He hates it.
He hates it.
Just chit chat with the DR.
One more day.
Oh no.
Guys, put the stuff back. We put it going. Is that what everyone's
영국 훈련병들은 방도면 하나씩 들고 가고 영래야 정리정돈하고 신속히 신부류 안으로 들어갈 수 있도록 합니다. 알겠습니까? 네! 진정호 5분 전. 자리는 영국 훈련병들한테 오늘 훈련 힘들었는지 물어봐.
How's the training today?
It's tough. Yeah. Hard. 모든 훈련이 다 쉬울 순 없습니다. 밖에 사회 생활도 마찬가지입니다. 고난도 있을 거고 역경도 있을 거고 지금처럼 잘 이겨내서 잘 생활할 수 있길 바랍니다. 알겠습니까? 예! 오늘 유격 훈련 각계 하느라고 대단히 고생했고 자, 내일 있을 하생방 훈련 잘할 수 있도록 합니다. 알겠습니까? 네!
Oh yeah.
Genuinely scared. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Everything just hurts.
Dave needs the ambulance. Someone who speaks Korean needs to go.
Oh boy, I can't wait for that one. Oh, that's gonna be crazy. Oh man.
Genuinely scared. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The gas chamber. Now it looks like they're gonna remove the masks. So I can see him pulling off the filter. They're probably gonna have to clear the mask and then put this filter back on, is my guess. And yes, I have gone through the gas chamber a few times. We were using a CS gas at the time. I don't know if that's still the same thing. I would assume so, but I could be wrong. But generally speaking, like these are the kinds of things you can expect. Like there's, chemical attacks and biological attacks, and you kind of have to know what it feels like so you can push through it. The same way that when police officers, if they carry pepper spray, they need to be trained with that. They need to experience what it feels like to be sprayed with pepper spray and still have to accomplish the task at hand. This is part of it. So I'm guessing based on this end screen, it has not been released yet. This next episode has not been released. Yeah, we are definitely gonna keep watching this. I love this. I love this show. This is great. Yeah, same thing with tasers. Yeah. And I'll be curious to see how the gas chamber thing plays out. Because like I can see them removing the filter. They're going to pull that off. And then what happens is, because the filter is gone, and that's a charcoal filter, they pull that off, and that's where the air is coming through. So it ends up opening up this valve right here on the gas mask, and some of that CS will go into the mask. So you start to feel it, okay? Now, that's kind of one level. Because then once it's in the mask, well, it's fine. You put the filter back on, you screw it on, and then you do what's called a clear, where if you look at the front of the mask, I'm guessing this is a different mask. We use the old M40s, but like right here on the front, you see this mouthpiece kind of, so you probably can't see that. You push into the button, it will clear, it'll blow out all of the air, and then the fresh air coming in through the filter will bring in fresh air. So the CS air goes out, and then you're breathing fresh air in. So you're basically clearing the mask of most of the CS and alleviating a lot of your problems. Now, that's probably what they're going to do. What we had to do was go in, go through this. You have the mask on, everything's perfect. And this is why military have to generally be cleanly shaved, because like you can only have a mustache. Because when you put on a gas mask, if you have any facial hair, even a 5 o'clock shadow, you can't get a proper seal with the gas mask. So you have to be cleanly shaven. So what you do is you put on the mask, clear the mask. They bring you into the chamber. They fill it with more fresh gas. And then they have you go through the process of a couple exercises. Get your heart rate going. Get your breathing going. Now, take off your filter. Take off the filter, and you start to get some of that in there. Oh, this sucks. A little bit more exercise. Very little. And filter. Back on. Clear the mask. You get most of it out of there. Still sucks. That's probably where it's going to end for them. But that was the point for us, where once we did that, then it was mask off. Mask off, keep looking, keep blinking your eyes, follow the commands as they're given to you, and you have to accomplish something. And then at some point they say, mask, mask, mask. Back on, clear it out, filter, all that stuff, and you're kind of back in business. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, but I'd be really curious to see how this plays out. Really, really fascinating stuff.